Hey there, fellow Texans. Welcome back to the James Show. News Talk 820, 93.3 FM, WBAP. My next guest is a regular on the James Show, the great Kate Lincoln-Goldfinch, an immigration attorney with Lincoln-Goldfinch Law here in the great state of Texas. Welcome back to the James Show. And Kate.
Hi.
Hey.
For having me back.
Good to have you back on. So, Kate, I saw a guy on social media. He took a picture of his invoice from University of Texas, RGV, Rio Grande Valley, down in Edinburgh, and he was saying that he was previously getting tuition as an in-state rate, and now that the Dreamer program has been disrupted, he's now having to pay full price. I didn't see anything in the news about that. Can you fill me in?
Sure. In Texas, for a couple of decades now, we've had a law in place that provides in-state tuition for immigrants who want to attend universities here. And I know many young, very bright students who otherwise would not have been able to go to college, who, because of this law, were able to attend universities in Texas and have gone on to really amazing things. And unfortunately, in this legislative session this year, the Texas legislature canceled that law, and so now many would-be students and current students are having to unenroll and stop their plans. And you can just imagine when someone, is in college or just about to go in college and they lose that opportunity, it completely changes the trajectory of their life. It's really a tragedy and a lose-lose, I think, for everybody. And I would encourage anyone who's facing this situation to find me and reach out to me on social media, because I do know some lawyers and some organizations that are doing a lot of work and advocacy around this issue to try and correct this, because the schools are also getting it wrong in a lot of circumstances.
Well, you're going to hate me, but I don't think that's such a big tragedy. And I don't think it's a lose-lose for everyone. I think it's a win for the taxpayers who are footing the bill.
Look, the taxpayers are not footing the bill when young people are paying in-state tuition. These are people who grew up, they went to to high schools in the state of Texas. They've grown up in Texas. They're, top of their class. They're going into promising careers. They're doing amazing advancements in tech and medical and innovation, and they're doing things that benefit all of us. And there's no reason why someone in that situation shouldn't be given the opportunity to pay in-state tuition. We're not talking about free rides. We're not talking about lower tuition than other people pay. These are people who are getting admitted to universities that are difficult to get into so that they can do impressive work that contributes to society. And it's just ridiculous to say we're going to punish these people. It doesn't help or benefit anyone, and it's not taxpayers that are footing the bill. That's just wrong.
Well, it feels like to me that if you're a citizen of another country, you shouldn't get a better deal than someone who's a citizen of Oklahoma.
Look, I understand your point, but somebody who's a citizen of Oklahoma can get in-state tuition in Oklahoma if they've grown up there. And if they want to get in-state tuition in Texas, well, come and move to Texas and live here and work.
But if you're a Mexican citizen, you can get in-state tuition in Mexico.
But they grew up here in Texas. These are people who have gone to high school. They've earned the time in Texas. So they may be citizens of other countries, but the way that this whole thing works is these people earn time in the state in order to pay in-state tuition.
If you have
this person has been living in Texas longer than some student in Oklahoma. That's the point.
If you have good standardized testing scores, though, and you're a citizen of Mexico, you get free college there.
But these people live in the United States. Like this whole idea of just go to another country. They've grown up here. Their families are here. This is the dehumanization of these young people. And
but that's not my fault. That's the fault of their parents.
No, we're not doing this again.
Okay.
Just flippantly changing their lives and the future of their lives because you don't care about them or think about them or
No,
their
it's
lives.
because their parents broke the law.
Think about any young student that you know, some young person who's in high school, whose family is working hard. They're doing everything they can to get good grades, to get themselves in college. This is the first probably person in their whole family who's gone to college, and their whole life is ahead of them. And here you are, some radio guy in Dallas who's like, well, just go back to Mexico, go to college there. No.
Or pay regular price.
Human being who is living their life and they're working hard. And this is the thing that is the problem, is when people like you get on the air and speak flippantly about the lives of these human beings, these children, these young, promising people who are so American and that they want to work hard and contribute to the society, and we have to stop normalizing the dehumanization and the flippant changing of these people's lives, separating families, all of this stuff. It is not okay. These are human beings who are doing nothing wrong. They are existing. They are existing in our midst, and it is enough of this talk.
Bro, I don't think they should be allowed to go to our colleges at all. I think it's pretty magnanimous of me to say they should be able to go if they pay full price.
Smart person goes to college. What in the hell is the?
Because they're not Americans.
Trying to restrict? So what? Who cares?
Well, they came here illegally.
They're smart people. Who cares? Whether they are American, whether they go to our college. Are you insane?
Because I'm paying for it.
That's like the people in this world who are smart, who want to study, who want to learn things and innovate and contribute to this country. Why on earth would we say you can't come here and go to college? It's the same as restricting student visas. This is what they call brain drain. This is called cutting off your nose to spite your face. You want this country to be the best in the world? Well, you want the best and the brightest from the world to want to come here. That's how you do it.
Okay, so we have a system by which they can do that. It's called legal immigration.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, and we need to stop cutting off legal immigration. We need to stop putting out memos that say we're not going to allow people to naturalize. We need to stop putting out memos that say we're going to cut off family-based immigration and detain people who go to their appointments. We need to stop cutting off asylum protections and I-130 and DACA and all of the legal parole programs that Trump has been systematically cutting off. The heart of this, honestly, is racism and not wanting this country to look different from the skin color. That's what's happening. And so any of this like, oh, legal immigration we're okay with, then wake up, because they are canceling legal immigration before our very eyes. So if you're one of those people, anybody listening, if you are one of those people who tells yourself, I'm okay with legal immigration, but
yes,
not illegal immigration.
Yes, that's me.
I am telling you, I am here on the ground, in the trenches, doing these cases, analyzing the memos on a day-to-day basis, and this administration is cutting and clipping legal immigration in a way that is hurting our country and our prospects to be a prosperous nation in the future. That is the honest to God truth. And if you don't want that, then wake up and stop spouting off this rhetoric that just flippantly throws away people's lives. We really have to stop and think before we talk like this in public.
All right, love having you on. That's Kate Lincoln-Goldfinch. If you want an immigration lawyer who's going to fight like that for you, Lincoln-Goldfinch Law here in the great state of Texas. Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it, Kate.
I'll come back. We can talk again.
You're one of my favorite, believe it or not. 800-288-9227. Thank you, Kate.
You bet.